MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show, and in studio with us today we've got two incredible entrepreneurs. We've got Mo and Michelle Mokone. They are founders of Mo's Crib, and they were the runners-up to the MTN 702 Small Business Awards. Welcome to the Big Small Business Show.
Thank you so much
for having us.
Now, why I say incredible entrepreneurs, from a side hustle to a business that's exporting to, not a side hustle, a big hustle. Okay, hopefully not a big hassle.
Can be a big hassle sometimes.
Tell us the story.
So my sister Michelle and I started the business basically as a side hustle. In 2016, she invited me to a market, to attend this market called Gamers. And while we were there to just have fun, I saw an opportunity to actually sell my origami swan sculptures. I actually am an origami artist. And the following year, we would go on an exhibit and we won the best new product. So this product is made by a paper, using different types of papers, folding them into pieces and creating this sculpture. And what was amazing about this sculpture was that it's made from sustainable material, which is paper, and it's also a practical piece. So people could use it as a storage compartment or in an art piece. And so a follow-on from that would be another sustainable product. So we started using PVC water pipes, recycling water pipes that we collect from construction sites and landfills, and we actually make baskets from it. So that's pretty much how the basket business started. And now it's selling different kinds of homewares, your outdoor furniture pieces, your kitchen accessories, bedroom accessories, and we sell to all the retailers, Woolworths Home, At Home, Mr. Price Home, and we also, like you mentioned, export internationally, Target and Crate and Barrel in the USA and Canada.
How did you get Target? I mean, how did you get them as a client?
Well, I think that having an international business has always been what we wanted. So when we did start the business and we decided we're going to go into it full time, that was in 2020, we knew that definitely the international horizon was upon us. And so we used the COVID period to email, buyers. So we cold call like crazy. And so we knew that buyers in that time, everybody was working from home and it's more relaxed, less stressful environment. And that was the time for us to capture them. We emailed and then they responded. Crate and Barrel was the first one that responded. Target, we have been emailing them since 2020 and we only landed, a contract with them around 2022. So it's been a very, very long time of communication. But yeah, essentially just cold calling and emailing and being able to really just tell more than just the fact that you are, a homemade business, but what is the value proposition that you're bringing to the market? And the fact that our products were made from recycled or environmentally non-invasive material, that is something that definitely hooks.
A story of persistence. And how many people do you employ right now?
We currently have 102 employees.
That's amazing.
That's correct.
Absolutely amazing.
85 of them are artisans, the people that are actually making the products. So we've got 12 full-time employees and about 80 of them are artisans that are literally making and folding each and every product that we sell has been touched by someone.
Yeah.
Sure. And to me, it sounds like just the beginning. It feels like in your story, this is just the beginning. What's next for you both?
You know what, we were talking about that it really is comforting for you to hear, to say that it's just the beginning, because then it makes us look forward to so much more that we can do. But what we've been experimenting with over the past 3 years was, going direct to consumer, because we've really have very good partnerships with the retailers that we work with. But direct to consumer is also another way that we want to, take advantage in the market. And so we did that through an annual factory sale that we have once a year, and it's been successful and growing annually. Last year we had our third one, but right now we are looking into how can we then get into retail ourselves. How can we capture those customers, and obviously growing outside of the US in other continents, right? And growing in Europe as well as in the UAE.
And your experience on the business awards, the MTN 702 Small Business Awards. Tell us about how you applied and the process of getting through to become runner-up.
Right.
I'm sure you felt like you should have won.
Definitely, and we do feel that we won.
Yeah.
So we don't take any of this for granted. Just being in the top 10 already says so much about the company that we've been able to build, when there's so many entries, people applying, and so many other entrepreneurs that we believe are making a difference in our economy. So actually, myself and Michelle are very resourceful because we don't always have a budget for marketing. So we are actually in tune for competition and possibilities that we can leverage off of. And this is why we entered the competition, mainly because we wanted to put our platform out there. Like Michelle mentioned, we're really big on going direct to consumer right now. So when we heard this competition, we felt, oh my God, this is really compelling. And when we found out we were nominated and actually got into the top 10, it was, mind-blowing for us. For us, we feel like this is a win, because to get that 100,000 rands to put a word on your business on radio platforms such as 702 is mind-blowing. So thank you to MTN and 702 for putting us out there like that.
And now on, on DSTV as well.
I mean,
and now we're on DSTV,
right?
I mean, yeah.
And you got 100,000 rand, right?
That's correct.
Was it cash?
No, so that's 100,000 rand worth of marketing spend. That's going to be on 702. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And we will be marketing our upcoming sale. We've got a factory sale that's coming up in the winter period, and we will be showcasing our products and telling people how to come to our warehouse and how to RSVP to be part of the sale.
Yeah.
So we started by saying this was a side hustle that turned into a business. What were you both doing before?
So prior to that, we were working in corporate. I'm an agricultural economist, and I was working for a grain organization at the time.
I can see the connection.
I know.
It's obvious.
Isn't it just so obvious? So yes, so we definitely deep background in corporate at the time, and so and Mo was actually at the time working at Nestle as an executive assistant. Yes, so
I see the connection too. Just so amazing that, and at what point in that journey? I mean, because there are a lot of people watching right now who have got side hustles.
Yes.
And the question that people with side hustles always ask is, when is the right point to jump? So how did you make that decision?
There was never really a right point for us to jump. But one of the things that myself and Michelle told ourselves, because at the time we were living in Switzerland. So we were living in Switzerland and we had cushy jobs, but we were doing markets even internationally. And one of the things we told ourselves, if we come back home and create a sensation out of this last market, and if it does well, we will then jump ship and do this full time. Obviously not having the right financials, not even knowing what we were getting ourselves into, but there's never really a right time. I think, a lot of people wait until they've got enough money or enough, experience or enough products. But for us, it was just a matter of us living our purpose and being excited in that moment. And that's basically why we started this full time.
So to both of you, big congratulations. I just love that story. And the whole thing about there's never a right time to jump is perfect advice. You're always going to have to take the risk.
You're always going to have to take the risk. And I always think to myself that if you're not doing it now, somebody surely is definitely thinking of it, So it's the best time to strike is when you really just feel the urge that you don't want anyone to take over your idea, because people out here are planning what to do, and it could be the similar business.
Well, I hope you are as inspired as I am. That was Mo and Michelle Mokone from Mo's Crib. And that's the end of today's show. I hope you feel quite a buzz like I do. I'm feeling all inspired. Do remember, if you think it, write it down and make it a reality.
The Big Small Business Show, proudly sponsored by MTN Business.